All right. Hello, everybody. I am back. We are going to do some spackling. I have some good times here. Hopefully, everything is going to work well. Never know, guys. Oh, I did something. It's crazy what I can get myself into. Hope you're all getting back on. And just refresh me. Some reason here. Okay, here I am. All right. So we're going to do some spackling. I'm just going to put on my dirty Minnesota uh, smock here. Tighten that up so tight. Okay. This is my little snowman apron. I let him get whatever color he wants to become. And he's just the cutest thing. So, I like my snowman. You guys know that. So, some of the stuff out of the way. Now we're going to do an 8 by 10 spackle. And we're going to use some green, yellow, and some brown. And we're using some spackling and a spatula. My friends think that this little spatula that I will like better for spackling. We'll see. I'm going to give it a try. We are going to be spackling on a piece of plexiglass because that is what I have in front of me. And in the background, we're going to use a little of this. This is going on the back of it, actually, with, again, some sparkle. And I'll be using some Mod Podge sparkle since I'm out of my other sparkle. So that is my plan. Say hello if you're here. And I would like that very much. Hello, Patricia. Thanks for jumping in. I love it. So let me show you my little spackling. Well, I suppose I better make this up first. And this is going to be my yellow. And I'm just using acrylic paint and spackling. I've already kind of like measured out my spackle. And gotta poke this. Somebody didn't clear out her. Huh. Okay. Don't need a whole lot. Just probably a little more than I needed. Stir it up and then find your color that you're looking for. The more spackling you put in our color, it will become a cream. And I'm just slowly mixing this in. It is a bright yellow. That's what it's called. But when you mix it with spackling, it becomes a little bit not as bright. So just FYI, I'm really mixing this up fairly well. At least I hope I am. But it comes a very light yellow. I am restreaming this, so if you can't see me on Facebook, jump over to YouTube. I'm on YouTube as Crafting Time. You will see my snowman or my face, one of the two. And so this comes out to like a cream yellow. Now I do most of my spackling in my cups like this, for I can toss them when I am done. And then I'm just going to take that. So this one is ready to go. So let's put the cap back on. We're only doing an 8 by 10, so I don't need a whole ton. And I don't save, I'm not going to be saving whatever's left over because I didn't make a big container like I usually do. So my yellow is done. Now let's add some green. Again, the green will become, this one here will be green. a little bit translucent. I might have to add a little bit more green in or spackling in here because I really added probably too much paint. But we'll see. That might be okay. And this is a gloss, but when you mix it with the spackling, the gloss just becomes like a hardener. And again, it comes lighter than the actual color. I don't know if you can see the difference. It's a little bit lighter, but perfect for what we're going to use it for. Just check and make sure the bottom is colored. And I just wipe off my spatula. Everyone says this works so much better. We'll find out tonight. For sure. There's that nice, cute little puppy. Thanks, Patricia, for sending your puppy here to crafting time. Kind of makes my day. Again, a little bit of brown. Let's see what this brown does. This is a very light brown to begin with. It's my might become a cream brown. Yep, did. Real brown. That one's already been mixed, so let me just take a peek. I'm expecting that much. Might be adding a little bit more. This again is enamel brown, so it will tighten up the coloring. I think that's why I use so much glossy paint, guys, because I use so much spackling. I do a lot of pictures. It made it a little bit darker. I wish it was a tiny bit darker than this. Add just a touch of dot of black. I know I have black here. Red. Oh, just a dot. Just want it a little bit darker. Now, hopefully that little dot doesn't make it turn like mud. It did. Too much. Well, we're just going to use this color. It's not the color I like. Add a touch of any brown. Gray. Just a sec. I'm looking for my brown. Oh, it's spackling in my mouth. Oh, I didn't have dark brown. Sorry, friends. I thought I had dark. Yeah, I think it's good. Let's add a little chalk to it. You can add chalk to your um, this is the brown that I was kind of looking for, and I got a lighter brown there, so let's see what I can just add. clean it off for it. Stir it up a little bit to get some out. Now it's going to spackle no matter what color I add, but it's a little bit better. Doesn't look so dirty, but it is darker and it's more. Okay, let me see if I can add just a bit more. Now this is paste. Should have done this color first. Didn't know my other paint wasn't. There we go. That's a little bit better. It's not as dark as I'd like it, but now we got a nice caramel color, so it's better. Let the pigment get in there. Super nice. There we go. That's a better color. My goodness, I had some fun. All right. So we have our basic colors. We got the yellow. We have a nice brown. And we have, I call a lime green for some leaves. Close up my paints and let's move them out of our way. Because you know me, if I can make a mess, I sure do. Oh, all right. Clean off our spackle brush, and now I'll show you the picture that we have. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and it looks like so. You can see that really nicely. It's $3.49. Um, the stencil is. This is a stencil, no, not. This is not a transfer, and it does not have stickiness on it. So we'll be using our fabulous blue paint tape, and we are using a plexiglass. This is 8 by 10, and they run about $7 at Menards or Hobby Lobby in my area. I've already peeled off one side. Like I said, I don't peel off the other until I have everything complete and dry. And this is, again, it's going on plexiglass. I'm creating a picture. I'm seeing if I like it on plexiglass. So this is kind of a trial and error. I usually don't like spackling on plexiglass. I usually do canvases, hard and soft canvas. So I am just going to lay my tape on it, make sure I have it like where I want it. And it is an 8 by 10. And I kind of put it down and then I fold this over. And that's usually a pretty good hold until you go and mess it up. Terrible. Turn it around. I'm going to do the same thing right up here to this edge. And of course the sides. We don't want that to be lifting up until I am completely done with my spackle. So I'm just laying this down. Now friends, if you wouldn't mind, second, I had messed it up. At the top, you should be able to leave a review. I would like if you could, if you didn't mind, leaving a review of what I do here. And then And then go to my YouTube page at Crafting Time and follow me on that as well. That's a newer channel and I don't have very many followers. I have lots of videos on it, um, but I haven't really promoted it. I never really thought about it. But my error. Now you don't want to be overboard on your tape, but I go overboard because I don't want it lifting. So I try to get it as overboard as I can. And then if you're new to this page too, I'd like you to like and follow me as well. That really helps me grow. And if you have ideas or things that you would like me to craft, feel free to put them in the idea. Just mention them. I'm thinking this is not centered. We're going to go with it because I can do, oops, we can add things to the sides. Should be good enough tape. I really need this business to grow in order to keep going. So that is why I'm asking. Not begging, I'm just asking. We are growing, but I'd like to grow a little bit more. Okay, so I put on my picture here. It's ready to go. Now this still is liftable. It can still lift. It's not a tight. There's nothing holding this down other than the tape. So it does lift a little bit. And you can't really do a whole lot to it. The spackling holds it down. So I'm going to pop you down here so you can see. Don't worry if you can't see my face. It's perfectly okay. And I think we're ready to go. So I am going to start with the brown. Let me move our cups here. I'm going to start with our brown. And that's going to go right in here. Now you can use your spatula and you can go over your brown. I want that brown to get inside and give us those dots. So I am going to use uh, a scraper from Talk Couture to get it in and then I'll spackle around it. So let's see how well we can get this to press in. And when you spackle, friends, you're not going to, I'm just doing lightly here. Like I said, I didn't need as much as this here. I just want those little specks. And off my transfer a little bit. Sorry, not transfer, it's stencil. Now this is just going to give us little dots. And then when we're done, when I flip it over before I paint the back of it, I will put brown around that. So we got some spackling, brown around this one, and brown around that one. I'm hoping that works. And you don't lift it off until you're done. So I'm holding this down and I'm doing my brown. You may have heard my air conditioner. It's kind of loud lately. I hope it's not going out on me. Spackling this down. I might add some more on that. To really be able, when I lift it off, it can all come off. I'm getting it nice and smooth. Add some more here. It's a really a pretty pretty brown now that I'm working with it. Nice and smooth. Now when I lift it off, all I'm going to have is just the dots, but I want it to be like really full dots. I don't want empty dots, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to do this one down here as well. I love spackling. I don't know if you've ever spackled. I learned to spackle by filling holes in the wall with, actually I didn't use spackle, I used Colgate toothpaste, the white one, not the one with the, what's that called? Mouthwash in it. And then with toilet paper. And then I got into spackling with some of my crafts. I'm saving this for when I'm done. It might harden up, but it'll be okay. It'll be good. And I'm just wiping that off. Make sure I get all of it off. Thanks for sprinkling us out, Trisha. Trisha, I appreciate that. I lost my water. I get thirsty when I start spackling. All right, I told my friends I would give this a try. I can tell you now, I don't think I'll like it because it's such a long handle. I'm used to short little things that fit my hand. So I'll keep this just in case. And it has little leaves. But I'm going to start with the sunflower part of it. Okay, I'm going to try this. I was told I was going to like it. I don't think I will. I find it kind of difficult. Leaf. Kind of scrapes it right off. Yes, me. Now all I did with the okay, I don't think I can do this. Get this. I'm going to use my little spatula. I think I'll be much better. I'm over it. Maybe I'm bad with both. I did a show not too long ago, and my little spackling tools disappeared. Wasn't happy with that. If you want it to be like totally covered, so when you lift it off, you might have a bunch afterwards. But watch out for that leaf. And I go until like it's like smooth with the leaf or the petal or whatever you're doing. Top of your picture. Here, a little brown in it, but that's okay. Sunflowers have brown. These are in the oddest places. Or maybe the petals are in the oddest places. And I'm just simply doing each one by itself. sure everything is covered. So when I lift it off, it's going to lift off very nicely and hopefully be beautiful. This is a new transfer I haven't used, or stop it, Kathleen. It's not a transfer, guys. So it's looking like so. I will put the green here. Maybe I should do the green. Turn it on and just kind of evening it out on the edges here. Put it there. If you do spackle, just know you might get hungry. I don't know why, but I'm not the only one that has said that. You get munchies. Maybe it's nerves or something. I don't know. Seeing just above um, my screen. My So when I lift it off, it should be able to come right off and it be just an eighth of an inch or less thick. That's the leaf. And then once it dries, I wax them. Helps keep them from drying out complete dry or cracks on you. Try to get in a little closer to the edges there of my flower. And once it's all dry, you'll be able to sand off any of your imperfections that you might have. I know Kathleen will have a lot of them. All right, now let's do this one. I love this so much better. It's like chocolate couture, but it's spackle. It is chocolate couture scraper though. And I'm just rubbing it on until it's covering the edge. The whole thing becomes smooth. And then we'll sand it, of course. I think I got a little too thin. Let's add a little bit more. It's so fun to play with, guys. It's just really is fun if you ever want to try it. If you're scared to try it and you want someone to be with you for guidance, you can give me a call and we can set something up to um, do a Facebook chat and create together. I do charge for that, but a lot of people like to do one-on-ones that way, so I don't charge much. I just charge $25 an hour. I know many people charge a lot more. Okay, so this pretty yellow is very, very pretty. I'm just getting it to be nice within my Little sunflower. What I believe this is a sunflower. Might be a daisy. I'm not a flower expert. I just go for things that I like. And I'm just putting it on for it's smooth. Going to tell my friends they were wrong. This is so much nicer. This is not. For me, it doesn't work. I know other people have used them. I watch crafters. Some crafters, not every crafter likes spackling. We all have our own little niche. I do a little of this and a little of that, and I have fun. That to me is more wonderful. I don't need that much. Really making sure I got all these like filled in. This is a new one for me. This is a new um, stencil. It hasn't been broken or sanded or anything like that. Some people sand theirs. Uh, I found out. I myself don't. They sand their actual um, stencil. And I don't know why, but I've watched some crafters the other day doing some spackling, and they sanded their transfer or their stencil first. They didn't give an explanation, so I can't tell you why. I don't ever. But that just sounds crazy to me. But it works for them, so that's what matters. Okay, now this one has too much on its side here. I made enough to make 50 of these. Now we'll put the green on next after the yellow is complete. And it's very much like cockatooing or magnolia. You're kind of doing the same kind of action, except for you're not scraping it off. You're going to be lifting it off and then you can wipe it off. And you should have about an eighth of an inch. And if you kind of dig it down into it, you'll get little holes. So you just go back and fill it back up. Pretty cool. Oh, I think this is going to be just so beautiful when we're done. Now this will have to dry overnight, or about 2 hours for sure, before I can do the back. So we'll finish this in the morning after I get everything done. Just wanted you to know it's a longer process than chocolate couture or magnolia, at that matter. They all have to cure. All right, a little bit more on this flower. You just keep changing your stuff around to make it fit into where you need it. I have to focus a little bit. Eleanor's back. Yay, yay. Hello, Eleanor. I'm doing great today. Hope you're having fun tonight. Hi again, Donna. Thanks for coming in. So how many of you done spackling? Have you done spackling or have you only watched it? I've spackled for about 30 years because I wanted to. I did a whole wall like this. Had different things like, well, it was a kid's wall and I spackled all over it. It was so fun. I'm just going to scrape off some of this extra so I don't have so much to sand. So fun. Now we have the yellow done. What is that? Okay. Now we're ready for our green. Flip these over. Now once I get done with this, friends, I can take this off, wipe it off, and I can do another one. It will be ready to go. Wiping off the wrong thing. All right. Now our cute little green. I'm going to stir that up because it's been sitting just a bit, and you know how spackling is. It likes to dry out on you. Even much of a stir. It didn't dry out too much. That was kind of nice. It does make a good stir stick. It's probably what I'll use it for. You all saw me try it with it, so my friends can't say I didn't try. All right, we're going to do the same thing with the green. This is what it's looking like right now. Super messy, and this is the back. Okay, I have my plexi sealer on there so the sand that I poured out doesn't get on here. Need a little bit more yellow right in this one flower here. I didn't get all the way to my flower edge. Here, let me do a little touch up. I lifted it up and I saw it all in the window. Now, when you lift this off, you lift slowly. Don't go bonkers and lift it like fast. You'll have a disaster. I'm a real crafter. I tell you the way it is. All right, let's do some leaves. Now I got two sets of leaves here. So I'm just going to kind of scrape it off. I really kind of wanted to do two colors of the leaves. So I might make this a little bit darker and just a little bit with a different green with it. Edge. Doing those, and now this one I'll make this one a different color. Making the fat leaves this green. Do that. Had a little wing. Off that. A little too far. Holding my breath. Ooh, dropped it. So, have you done this before? If you're just watching, awesome. Sprinkles us out, guys. That's how we're going to grow. I love chatting with all of you. Met some of your families. I think that's so special. Oh, just me, guys. Now, this is going to be wet enough so when I'm done, which is going to be really soon, we can add, we can go back and take like and rub around it and such. But once it's dry, you won't be able to. This is like working with cement, but not as bad. My brother actually scared me there. The top never looks good, so just know that. Once it comes off, it'll look beautiful. What are you guys going to do for Father's Day? I'm going to my son's for a little bit. He's having a barbecue. It'll be fun to see the family. And meet my grandson for the first time. That's so exciting, guys. All right, now I'm going to make this a little bit darker for the rest of my, let's see, a little bit darker. How can I get it darker? Where is my forest? I'm going to add some forest paint in it. Oh, that is not forest paint. At the bottom. Spackling on the back of my hair. I'm going to add a little darker green into um, this spackling now. We're going to make it darker. And that's how easy it is to start mixing things up. Color is what's so cool about spackling. You can color it. You can paint it afterwards too if you're one of those great, fabulous painters. I paint, but I'm not that fantastic. So I mix my spacklings. So it's done. Stir that up just a little bit more. So as you can see, it's a bit darker, but not over dark. will work out just fine. I didn't want it to be as dark as this green. I have more of a grass green, I guess it would be. Have you guys tried spackling? Or is this something you just like to see if it actually works? It's a lot of fun. It really is. And of course, you're going to do exactly the same thing as you did before. Go right over your area. Now we'll lift this off and it'll be nice and should be nice and pretty. Big long ones first. I have another one down here. Now, one thing about a stencil like this, you cannot lay it back down. Once you once you pull it up, that's what you got, guys. The leaves here now. A little leaf in here. I think I had. Oh, this side had. Okay, knock everything over. So, and this one. All right. Are we ready for the big reveal, guys? And if you want kind of a preview of what it's going to look like, especially with plexiglass. Now, you can't do this on wood or see a preview of it. Hold on. See a hole right here. Now, I'm just going to go down and I'm just patting down my little extra holes before I. This is the only time I'll be able to fix this, guys. Once it's dry, it's forever hold your peace. Got some green on that. Up on my little right close to the flower itself. Good enough. All right. So as I was saying, with the plexiglass, you can flip it up and you can kind of see what it's going to look like. But if I had a piece of wood here or something like that, um, I would not be able to do that. So I'm going to peel off my sides first. And some people like to have it dry first, but I don't wait that long. I'm going to stick. If I wanted to stick this tight, And then we did the wrong side, I believe. Yes. That is easier. I'm not going to say that. One more side. You getting excited, guys? This is so cool. All right, now we're going to lift it up slowly, and then it's going to dry, and it's going to have to be sanded just a bit, not much. I'm just going to set this right on top of my sheet there. And this is what it looks like. Now it's not dry. It came out fairly nice, I believe. Um, you can see a lot of detail. I'm going to peel off the back so you can kind of see the, um, now it has to dry, of course. Now we're going to touch some of this up, and I'll show you how in just a second. So that's what it looks like. It's nice and layered. Now we have a little bit of touch up around these edges, and I'm going to use some Q-tips after I scratch my eye. That's not a Q-tip, that's a, come here, Q-tips. Use a bunch. Now you're just going to go around and you're going to check. Like here I have a little bit around this little flower here. So I'm just going to scoop it off. Just around the edge. And you're not going to keep them. You keep changing them. Anything that, this is the only time you can fix it. And I went a little bit too fast. So I'm just kind of cleaning off my edges. Every one of these big leaves I screwed up. I'm just going to take off some of that extra green there. Up a little bit, but just kind of blend it in like it was another leaf. That's how you fix it. And I added like a fourth leaf there. Let's see anything else that I see. Now, remember our little miracle worker? That's what I call it. Dip it just a bit. It's just on the tip. Now I can go around these edges and clean off anything right by it. Doesn't need much. And we're going to be sanding this tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning. Set that on this side. Again, this is my little wash, and it works fabulous for little things like this. If you use it, you get rid of it because you don't want to mess it up. We'll be sanding that so we don't have to worry. Not tonight, though. I'll have to check this transfer out. Oops, what's that? And see why it did that on each of the flowers or the leaves. The leaves look like they were really strong leaves, and it's finding out not to be. Everything else is fine. Off those little watermarks. Now, as you can see, there's some parts that got a little extra green. Now tomorrow I'll save this yellow. Well, I'll probably cover all of them so I can touch up whatever I don't like. Like this one should have been more yellow there, but being that it's white or green right here, um, I'm going to be fixing that tomorrow to be yellow. Now I also like to take a little twig. I just use a piece of wire. This was a flower at one time. And I take this little part here, and now I go around and I go between the flowers and give more definition to my whatever's there. Again, this is the only time I can do this. Again, it adds detail to your flower that you are working with. This way. Now tomorrow we will, I'm not pressing guys, I'm just making the lines. Tomorrow we will sand this off. It will be nice and dry. Get that onto the flower so it goes fairly fast. That's good. Need that piece. If you want to add extra lines in it, you certainly can. Don't worry if you can't draw a straight line. Perfectly okay. No matter what you do, it's going to be beautiful. Now this side here is dried up a little bit, so being a little more stubborn. Back down. Just giving it just that fun definition so you can see the petals. All I'm doing is going where that line was. Trying to stay straight, but pushing it around so I can get a nicer line here. That's better. I remember teaching my mom how to do this one day. Oh my gosh, she was just like, "Oh, this is fun." I really don't know if she liked it or not. She said it was fun, but moms don't want to hurt your feelings. She asked me how I learned to do it, and I said I learned on the wall. She liked my wall that I did. Never got a picture of it, guys. I wish I could show you. Okay, so that's looking pretty well detailed. Bring it up here. If that looks nice to you guys. You can see more of the details of the petals now. It doesn't look so um, meddled together. It's super nice. And then if I turn it this way, you can see um, kind of what it will look like without like a finished product type of thing. But this will be the front. This is the front. Tomorrow, once this is all dry, we will sand this off just a bit to take off those rough edges. And it's pretty cute. Now I got a little green one here that kind of like touched, and I suppose it's okay. It's just a leaf. Just gonna give it a little detail. Now, wherever there's like this kind of errors, those I can paint over tomorrow. I have the stuff. Um, but I think it came out rather fabulous. Pop that one down. What I'm hungry for, guys? Big bowl of popcorn. Good old fashioned popcorn, not the microwave crap. Kind of making sure my details are done because once um, the green thing in the middle, we can fix that tomorrow. But anyway, it's a fun craft and it's super cute. And tomorrow morning I'll be coming on. I'm not sure what time. Early morning, not very early, but morning. And I will send this off. If you're not a morning person, don't worry. You can catch the replay, and we'll sand it off. And if it's dry enough, I will paint the back. And I'm thinking of painting it this light blue with some sparkles, so it will give it some color. Um, oh, I got stuff on my fingers. I'm seeing where my hand hit. Where, where it hit. But it looks super nice, even with like these little, like this one here doesn't have much. Let's see if I can um, press that down just a bit to give it. It's already starting to dry so nicely that what I did there, I just kind of took that yellow and kind of pushed it right into the green. And I have to doctor it up tomorrow, no doubt. But it's cute, very nice. So this is going to dry just like this overnight, and tomorrow we will be ready to do some more. Finish it up. Now my spackling pictures like these usually run around 25 because I have to get off my thing. I'm just a mess here tonight. I've kind of noticed. Alright, so this is going to sit on top of some Chalk Couture tops. This is what I do. That's how I leave it. I take my paste and I set them right here. And I find a piece of plastic. Oops, didn't know what I had to do there. Just kind of squish them in. Now this is an ice bottle, guys, and these are cups. And I push it right down, just like that. It works great for a 24-hour fix. It won't even be 24 hours, guys. It'll be tomorrow morning. But anyway, I hope you like this. We'll see you all in the morning. Maybe if you're up, if you're sleeping, you'll catch the replay. I won't be up early. Well, I get up at 5 in the morning. I'm not going to come on at 5 in the morning for you. You're fucked. But if I'm bored, maybe I will. All right. So y'all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. And I hope you like it. It's super fun. Looks great. Thank you. And thank you all for coming. And we will see you tomorrow, and we'll finish this up. We'll make it look adorable. So have a good night. I gotta move it to shut my computer off. See you tomorrow.